here is my daylighting solution. So you can see it's my main window, north facing, not much sun. Here is the dark fence. So what I did is I put a big white tarp all along the dark fence, so when the sun hits it, it's very bright and lets a lot of light into this window. And let me show you. Sorry, it's a bit messy in here right now. So here's the window it's coming through. You can see the sun's only halfway on it right now. It's about noon. It's almost noon, and so the sun's halfway on it. And so as you can see, it's getting, pretty bright in the ceiling. And you can see that it's a little darker over here, but right about there is the point where the sun is breaking even, as far as where it's reflecting into the I'm not sure how to say that, as far as where it's reflecting into the house. But once the sun is completely on that tarp, this whole area over here will also be bright white. So there you go. There's an idea for anybody who has a window that's not facing their main window, that's not facing the sun, but they still want to get a lot of daylight in the house. Just go ahead and so for the northern hemisphere, any window facing north, this would work for. In the southern hemisphere, any window facing south, this would work the same for. So that's it. You just find a if you have a fence over there, or you could also park a light colored car in roughly that direction. Or if I rent, so I'm not I couldn't paint the fence, but if you owned it and you really wanted to, you could paint that portion of the fence or the whole fence white. Or if you have a little shed out there, you could paint that white, or just have something bright white. I don't recommend silver, as in, or maybe any mirrors or anything directly reflecting the sunlight itself, because then you're going to get a lot of the UV rays also. This way, with the white, it only gets the brightness of the sun, not the UV rays and stuff. It's kind of like the sun shining off the moon. So anyways, there you go. Let me show you actually real quick how it's attached. Okay. So what we have, it's actually a sorry about that noise. It's the tarp is just a white poly tarp with it's actually a 9 by 12, and I folded it in half to make it 12 feet long by 4.5 feet tall. And I just got it kind of up here on the fence. It's totally temporary, so I can remove it like every day if I need to. And this is just the prototype way that it's attached. So I'll show you the other. Here, what I've got is this rope here. This rope right here is going all the way along the top. I'm inside, and that's what's supporting the top of the tarp, so that the tarp itself isn't stressed very much. You see that's down here. Just got it kind of hooked under the edge of the wood right there. Oh, another thing about why a lot of people would say, well, just open the shades all the way. And yes, that would let in some more light, but I like my neighbors are right across there, and they're at second story. I like my privacy. When I'm working on the computer, confidential documents and all that stuff. So I make sure that I don't want them to be able to see directly in. So yes, I would open the window, the shade completely, but it's just not practical for my work. Anyway, so there's that answer. And I could turn on lights and lamps in the daytime, but I mean, it just feels kind of silly if I have all this daylight around to turn on lamps and things and waste that electricity. This is just a lot more a lot better for the eyes. The daylight especially is really healthy, so this is the best way to bring daylight into my place without putting in a new skylight or something like that. And this way it's completely temporary, and the owner of the building doesn't have to do anything. not to put a new skylight or anything, and I still get massive amounts of daylight in my place.